what's up? My name's Allie. I am a first year second grade teacher, and this is That Themed Classroom. So welcome to That Themed Classroom. This is the first video of my YouTube channel. I'm super excited to start this channel and to use YouTube as a platform to grow in a community of teachers and other educational professionals to gain ideas and strategies to best support my students. It's also the middle of COVID-19 still, summer of 2020, so next year is definitely gonna look a little bit different. So I think that as a first year teacher and the anxiety and some of the stress that comes along with it, it will be really great to use YouTube to gain some encouragement about how to approach next year as a new teacher, but also as all teachers will go into this year with a completely new perspective on teaching because we are dealing with COVID. So I'm glad that I'm not gonna be alone in that, and I'm excited to do that with you guys. So if you're interested in kind of being a part of this journey and you're excited about this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe down below so you can see the next upcoming videos about this new year. I'm so excited and I can't wait to take you along with me. So as a first video on a channel, I thought it would be a good idea for you guys to get to know me a little bit better. So I've created my own teacher tag. As a first year teacher who hasn't really taught on their own yet, it's hard to answer some of the cliche teacher tag questions because I don't have that experience under my belt yet. So I asked some of my friends, some of them being in education, some of them not, just some questions that they thought would be fun to ask someone who's going to be a new teacher, as well as just some fun questions to get to know them generally. So I have a list here on my little notepad, and with that, let's just jump right in. Okay, so the first question is, what will you be teaching? I will be teaching second grade in the state of Maryland. We are not departmentalized, so I'll be teaching all the content that second grade has to offer, and I'm super excited about it. All right, second question. Did you always know you wanted to be a teacher? Pretty much. I always loved being in school, but I didn't love being a student. I wasn't that great at school. Some things were definitely challenging for me, but my teachers growing up made learning so much fun. And specifically, I'll do a quick story time. My 6th grade science teacher, Mrs. Teasy, made me love science, and I hated science. I hated it so much. I was so bad at it. I was scared of things that bubbled. I was scared of things that were slimy. I just had no interest in learning about it. And she made me want to run into that classroom every single day and learn more because she made me feel valued, one, as an individual, and two, she just made me love learning about science. She made it so entertaining and so engaging, and I wanted to create that feeling for students in a classroom for any subject in any way that I can. I did try to verge away. I said in college, you know what, my first semester I'm going to take a microeconomics course. Never again. That was the worst decision of my life. So ever since my first semester, I was on an ed track, and I definitely don't regret it. Third question, what's my typical ideal teacher outfit? I've tried the dresses. I love a cute sundress. I love a cute t-shirt dress. I love to be comfortable in a dress, but when you're working with primaries, pants it is. If I can find myself some cute, cheap, spunky patterned pants, hand them over. I would say patterned pants, slide-on sneakers, a t-shirt or a sweater, and if I'm wearing a t-shirt, maybe a cardigan, that would be ideal. You need pants. I live on the floor. I live on the floor. All right, question 4. My favorite cafeteria food when I was a kid. I would say we had these calzones that were, I think, served on Tuesdays and Fridays. That's how much I love them. I knew what days they were served. And they just had cheese and sauce in them and it was mostly air. It wasn't even like fully stuffed, but they were fried and they were so good. They were so good. I loved them. So the calzones. All right, next question. What is my current classroom project? As a new teacher, I'm trying to obviously prepare myself for having all the things that I think I need for next year, and just start, building up my classroom library and classroom organization plans and things like that. But my current classroom project is figuring out the best way that I want to organize my classroom library. I want my students to be able to walk into that classroom, especially the classroom library, and know exactly where they can find books that are one level appropriate, one that will be pertaining to their interests, just figuring all that out. So I'm like creating my own book bin labels. I'm figuring out sort of a sanitation system for kids that pick up books, and then there's a bin that they can drop them off in, that I will then clean overnight and then put them back the next morning, so that if another student from a different group wants to read that book, they can. Lots of things that you have to consider, but definitely worth the time and the commitment, because Book Nook is a very important part of the classroom, and I, as a teacher, and my students will be spending a lot of time there. So I want to make sure it is easily accessible and easy to navigate as well. Next question. Very important question about getting to know me, and just a very important teacher question, I think. Dunkin' or Starbucks? And what's your typical order? I am a Starbucks girl. I've had this since 10 o'clock in the morning and I'm still drinking it. I'm a Starbucks girl at heart. Not that I hate on Dunkin', because I do love me some Dunkin', but I love Starbucks. And I would say my go-to order is boring, but it's just a venti iced coffee sweetened with cream and extra ice, because the extra ice keeps that thing cold and drinkable all day. But I do love me a pumpkin spice latte. I will drag that out till the Christmas season. I love a PSL. I really do. Okay, next question. What are 3 things that I cannot leave the house without? I don't want to say my phone, but my phone. We live in 2020. Our phones. We need our phones. I would say a beverage of some sort, whether it's coffee or like a water bottle, maybe a soda, something. I just always like to be hydrated, even if it's not healthy. But chapstick. I love chapstick. My lips are always chapped, and I hate that feeling. Phone, beverage, chapstick. Okay. Next question. What do I typically do in the summer? Summer is teacher time off. We love summers. And I know it's cliche, but I spend as much time at the beach as I can. This has been honestly the first summer in probably 5 years that I haven't spent the entire time at the beach. I grew up kind of working there every summer. I was a lifeguard. But this is really the first summer that I'm not there full time. It does break my heart, but school, next chapter of my life, has priority, and I can't do that if I'm at the beach, sitting on the beach the whole time. So as much as I can, the beach, spending time with friends and family, even if it's via Zoom if I have to because of COVID, but seeing my friends, beach, family, sleeping, all the goods. And my last question is, why did you start a teaching YouTube channel? There's honestly a lot of reasons. First one is teacher YouTube channels have made this transition into my first year of teaching so helpful. I would shout out a few of you, but there's so many of you. I watch as many different channels as I can. They've been so helpful for me in terms of classroom prep, ideas for organization and curriculum organization. They've really helped me. So I thought to myself, how can I add to this community? How can I use this platform to maybe shed some insight on different things? And you'll see in upcoming videos, I dive into more on why we're called That Themed Classroom here, and sort of my real intentions behind this channel, and what I want to focus on for this upcoming year. But I guess one of my focuses is being a first-year teacher, going into a year still within COVID-19, teaching in a school where I don't know anybody, moving to a new state to teach. I just want to utilize this community to encourage me, to challenge me, and to support me through my first year of teaching. I thought it would be fun to document it and to have it forever, to look back on, to see my growth throughout the year. Hopefully there's growth from the beginning to the end, but most of all to take advantage of the community and to have those supports from other teachers or educational professionals, or maybe even retired teachers, utilizing your gifts and your talents and your insight to help me feel more prepared for next year. So that's a short summary of it. So that's it for my first YouTube video. Wow, that was fun and exciting, and I can't believe it's the first one, but I'm really excited for this journey, and I hope you are as well, and I would love to take you along. So again, if you want to see future videos, don't forget to subscribe down below so you're notified when the next video comes, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.